We often find ourselves in awe whenever we meet people with very high IQs and wonder if we ever would have that same level of intelligence. But we don't have to feel insecure about it, because in Daniel Goleman's book Emotional Intelligence, he presents a different kind of intelligence, one which is also a strong predictor of success in life. Our IQ may describe the strength of our rational brain, but it's our EQ, or emotional quotient, that captures our emotional intelligence. In this book, Goleman presents the different elements of emotional intelligence and offers strategies and tips on how we can manage our emotions and ourselves, which would also help us better understanding and dealing with the emotions of other people. Here are top lessons on how to become emotionally intelligent from Daniel Goleman's book, Emotional Intelligence. Lesson 1. Label your feelings. Being emotionally intelligent means being aware of oneself, which includes acknowledging our emotional states. We may be overwhelmed with a lot of emotions at the same time that we find it difficult to identify what it is that we're currently feeling. However, Goleman suggests that to be emotionally intelligent means that we're able to recognize and label our feelings. Is it anger, jealousy, disappointment? By putting a name on that feeling, we would be able to understand it and would know how to manage it better. Lesson 2. Master your emotions. To be emotionally intelligent means that we have a sense of mastery over our own emotions. Surely emotions can be so strong that we easily act upon them. However, an emotionally intelligent individual knows how to take control of one's emotion. But taking control of one's emotions does not mean that we suppress them. It simply means that we acknowledge it and express it in the most appropriate and healthy manner. A speeding car may have cut us off from the road, but we know that reacting with rage will not do us any good. We may just have to acknowledge that we're upset. Take a deep breath and don't let it consume us. Lesson 3. Refute your own thoughts. There's a strong connection between our mind and our feelings. Our emotions come out instantly as a response to a certain situation, but it's actually our thought processes which would dictate whether we would linger on that emotion or not. For instance, whenever we start to worry, we could pause and ask ourselves what exactly it is that we're worried about, and if there's actually a reason to be anxious. By doing so, we could test the validity of our worries, and then refute the irrational thoughts that fuel them. Lesson 4. Delay gratification. Goleman illustrates how much we could learn from the famous marshmallow test. In this experiment, children were asked not to touch the marshmallows on the table, and they did not. Despite the temptation right before them, they still managed to control it and waited until they were given their reward. Studies show that these kids are likely to grow up as more socially competent adults, one who's better able to manage the frustrations in life. Thus, learning how to control our impulses and learning how to wait would help us become more self-reliant, confident, and dependable. Lesson 5. Motivate yourself. Emotional intelligence also involves how well we manage our feelings to motivate and push us through life. Whenever things do not go our way, we could easily succumb to negative and self-defeating feelings. However, there are other emotions which could provide us comfort in these situations. Goleman talks about how holding on to optimism and hope could make it easier for us to manage any setbacks and disappointments. Being optimistic means that we're positive and believe that everything will turn out fine in the end, while being hopeful means that we do not easily give up, no matter how difficult the situation may be. By learning to develop an optimistic and hopeful attitude, we could continually motivate ourselves to pursue our goals and to continue on with life, no matter how challenging the journey may be. Lesson 6. Read other people's actions. The more aware we become of our emotions and behaviors, the better we would be in reading what other people feel and how they behave. Not everyone we meet are open about their feelings, and when this happens, truly understanding them can be challenging. However, an emotionally intelligent individual could learn to easily see beyond another person's behavior and recognize what they truly feel inside. We could develop this skill when we also learn how to be attuned with our own emotions. The better we are at recognizing our own emotions, the more that we would also be able to recognize other people's emotions too. Lesson 7. Manage relationships well. Emotional intelligence does not only require us to manage our own feelings, it also involves how well we're able to relate with other people's emotions. The quality of our relationships depicts how well we're able to manage ourselves and show empathy to others. Empathy shows our sensitivity to the feelings of other people and is considered as a key component of emotional intelligence. To empathize means that we're able to understand what the other person is feeling and where that feeling is coming from, as if we're in the same journey with that person. Being able to empathize with others is fundamental to building strong and lasting relationships. In conclusion, in this book, Goleman shows us that being intelligent does not only mean that we're brainy, but being intelligent also means that we're smart in terms of how we manage emotions. We get to realize how important emotions are, how they impact our relationships with other people, and how they could also affect how we live our lives. The book also gives hope to those who have not yet learned to be emotionally intelligent by emphasizing that although this ability is largely shaped by childhood experiences, we could still do something about it. Being emotionally intelligent is a skill we continually nurture and develop throughout our lives. Thank you for listening. If you like the book summary and you want to see more in this category, please like and subscribe so I can create more. You can also get a free copy of the entire audiobook by clicking the link in the description. Until next time.